Namaste.
Namaste. I don't even know what that means, but...
I don't either, but I think it means like blessings to you.
Oh, okay. You taught it, didn't you? Did you teach yoga?
No. Are you
what did you teach? You taught something.
I taught kickboxing. I taught spin class.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right.
I taught all that stuff.
Oh my God, you'd be freaking hysterical doing that.
Yeah.
I would go to your class just to laugh.
I was such a great teacher because I would change, like, excuse me, in step class, I would change my routine every week.
Because you couldn't remember it?
No, because I get so bored, which is probably ADHD. All the other teachers had like the same class for like a month.
Yeah.
Mine were different every single week. I choreographed it every week.
I don't know this, Lori.
Yeah?
Do you have pictures?
I don't think so.
Do you have proof?
I don't think so. I mean, I have pictures of my hot little body I had.
All right. We'll insert it here.
No, because I hated my hair. I'll just cut my head off.
Okay. And then I'll post one of what I used to look like when I was in my 20s also.
That was when I cut my hair short and I looked like a man. A handsome man.
A very handsome man. You're very handsome.
Thank you.
You're a very handsome
Thank you, man.
Woman. But that's not what our podcast is about.
No, our podcast today,
very fittingly, is about ADHD.
Yep, having it and living with someone who has it.
Yes, because I really, truly feel like it's a family affair. I feel like when someone has it as bad as you, it affects everyone. Mm-hmm. And, John's son has it horrendously.
Wow.
Horrendously.
Should we say that, though?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. But he's being medicated for it. But he also suffers from it.
Well, I have a call into my doctor because for a while I was on the medication.
Yeah.
And, it was fine. It didn't make me feel weird or anything. The only thing it did was if I would take it in the morning when I had a big cookie order due.
Right.
But then it would make me shake a little when I was doing my frosting.
Yeah. So I heard that is a thing.
Yeah. So then I stopped taking it, but I was able to I would focus on shit. I would get shit done.
Right.
And then for some reason I stopped taking it because I was like,
you're the typical, I don't need this medication.
Oh, it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was just talking to someone last week about people with, maybe it was you when we were talking about people with bipolar.
Yes.
And how, because I was watching a show about kids with bipolar and it was so sad because, I'm obsessed with like mental health.
Me too. Me too. And I always have, even before being best friends with you,
Anywho, I do not have bipolar, by the way.
Oh, that's true. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant I'm interested more in...
It loosened up again. I don't know who comes up here at night and loosens my microphone.
Right.
Okay, I think I'm good now.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is. And we're going to leave that in.
Anyway, I was watching a show on bipolar or whatever, and how like this kid stopped. He was like, "I'm doing great. I want to stop taking my medicine." He was on lithium, and I was telling her, and she was like, "That's what happens." And I thought to myself, and I've said this before, every morning I wake up and I kiss my antidepressant because if I didn't have that, I would be in a ball laying in bed if I was even here, honestly, because depression is not fun.
No.
And I know how it feels to be laying in your bed and wanting to die, literally. And if that would have gone on any longer, I don't see how I could have felt like that forever.
When you talk about that feeling of ending it all, you were going through postpartum also, right? Or
this was when I was 20.
And what does something trigger it?
Well, it was like I hadn't called in sick to work ever. And my dad, I guess, called my sister because I was living with my dad. And he was like, Lori's been in bed for like 2 days. And then she got on the phone and I was like, I can't get out of bed. I'm like, I don't have any energy. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so thankfully, my sister knew that something was going on. So she told my dad, she's like, you have to take her somewhere. Well, at the time I had
like urgently, like acutely, we have to go somewhere right now.
Like she has to see someone because there's something mentally going on.
Right.
So, at the time I was also seeing my thyroid doctor, my, what is that called? Endocrinologist.
Oh, right.
And so my dad took me there because, I could get in there pretty quick. And so she was like, oh, she actually diagnosed and said, you have clinical depression, and put me on Prozac. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
And that's for clinical depression.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think I saw a psychiatrist when I was in Michigan when I was young, but I never saw a psychiatrist no, that's a lie. I did when I had my postpartum. I did see a psychologist. Hi. Oh, it's almost like she knows I'm saying something sad.
She's trying to comfort you. Sunday is Lori's emotional support animal.
So much. I know. Well, isn't that weird though?
Yeah, like she knew.
Sad stuff.
All right, thank you. Can you shut the door all the way?
She just left.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
God bless her.
I love her.
She's so good. All right. We're going to leave that in because
That was so sweet.
And she does that when we're together. She does that to Lori at least 100 times a day.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And but when it's just me, she'll do it to me, but nothing like you.
Really?
Yeah, she does it to everyone, as you know.
Yeah.
But she does it to you most of all.
I think she can tell when someone, I don't know, it's so weird.
Yeah,
that was really weird.
It was really weird. And she is such, like when I'm upset and crying, she will come and comfort me.
Yeah.
And she could be playing with her dad on the other side. And if I'm upset she will come and she will sit with me and she will kiss my face and make me feel better. And they'll make me cry harder because I like the dramatic thing that happens there. And then she'll go away and go play off with her dad again. She's so great at that.
She came in, she loved on me, and then she left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird.
And the door was shut.
Yeah, she pushed her way in. I had the gate up.
I know. She knew that you were upset about something. She's your emotional support animal.
Such a sweetheart. I love that
Listen,
baby.
I'll give you my sundress, but I'm not giving you my Sunday. But that's so on cue of what we're talking about, because I really think that, when it comes to depression, I believe that people should have emotional support animals and whatever that looks like, from
same.
cats to dogs to whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
If that is your emotional support and a person can't do that for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, everyone's like, oh, are you gonna, like my dog Olivia passed away, who is my love of my life, and she's the second love of my life, and I couldn't choose because I love them both. But when I was upset, Olivia would go,
yeah.
And roll her eyes or get annoyed that I was shaking the bed from crying, and then she would get off the bed.
Yes.
But Sunday is the exact opposite of that.
Well, and Eric's dog was like that too.
Yeah.
He we always say he was such an asshole.
Yeah.
Because he would come up and lay with you for 2 seconds and then he'd be gone.
Yeah.
He would leave whatever, this is too much. You know what I mean? And he just didn't give a shit. So
Right.
Eric always says, Nomad was an asshole.
I love that.
He loved
and so was
him.
Olivia. Olivia was,
she was like that too. She was an asshole.
She couldn't be bothered.
Yes. That's exactly how Nomad was.
She couldn't, but she was so loving too.
Yeah.
And I know Nomad was too. So Eric is Lori's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that by now.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we'll go back to ADHD. How
yeah.
perfect.
So anyway, I was put on Prozac
Yes.
way back. I was diagnosed with clinical depression, which means that my chemicals don't work in my head. So
Right.
it's not it's not a bipolar. I don't have highs and lows.
No.
Just it'll just all of a sudden hit, and I'll be sad a little bit.
Even with Prozac?
No. So if I've been on
'Cause that's-
Prozac since I'm 20. I've never gotten off of it.
Okay.
When I had Abby, I had horrible postpartum, and that was terrible. And then I was started on Wellbutrin as well,
Okay.
which saved my life. But when I had Abby, I wasn't suicidal ever.
Right.
I was just the saddest and most scared I've ever been in my life.
I heard that is real, and I can totally see how that can happen to women.
It was horrible. And that was right. It was so funny because that was right when Brooke Shields' book came out. And I know we've talked about this before, but my dad came over every day and read it to me.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have had him write a note in that book because I still have it. I refuse to get rid of that book.
Right.
And my dad and I would just sit and cry.
Yeah.
And it was just so sweet. But
it's so real, and you never know what anyone's going through. So having patience, which I'm learning with you, is to have patience because your brain doesn't work
right
like everyone else's. Even though I have a slight little case of ADHD, meaning, like I'll get sidetracked talking, but I don't get sidetracked in doing what I'm doing. I can still, I could still clean a house. I can still, right.
Well, and here's a very good example. Yesterday I told Eric, he goes, what do you want to do today? I said, I'm going to take the Christmas decorations down.
Yeah.
25 minutes later, he comes in the kitchen and he goes, I thought you were going to take the Christmas decorations down. And I started laughing, but really it's like, it affects my life so much. I had all of my utensils in my kitchen out of every drawer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm just going to organize these. I probably went to go put something away and thought, you know what? These drawers, they were driving me insane, but still I did that. I cleaned out the pantry. I never, ever do the fucking thing I'm supposed to do.
So Lori has been saying for 6 months, I have to clean out the office. She will cancel plans, not do something, and I'm not even kidding, 6 months.
Well, since we moved in.
Right. She will not do that one thing that could probably take her 4 hours.
Right.
She has a spare bedroom that's a mess. And her sweetie said, can you please clean that out so I could at least get to the printer? It's been 6 months. And I'm telling you, she will not do that room. She will not. And she'll honestly say to me every day, I'm going to clean out the room. I can't do this today. I'm going to clean out she says it every single day. So then the next day and then I get frustrated because I'm like, well, we didn't do this, this, and this. Right. Because you were going to clean out the room. Now I'm getting mad.
Yes. And fair enough. I completely understand.
Right.
And the problem is I walk in the room to start it. I look around. I have no fucking idea where to start. And then I walk back out.
Right. So then what I suggest, so the other day I said, do you want to go do this? Let's go out and let's do something. And she goes, I can't. I got to clean my room. And I said, okay. I call her an hour later because I'm like, wait a minute. She's not cleaning her room. I can feel it. So I call her up, I FaceTime her, and I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm putting all my Christmas decorations away.
Yes.
And it was the day, Christmas hasn't even ended yet. And she's putting her Christmas decorations.
I think it was Christmas Day.
It was. And I said, Lori, why? Most people put that away January 2nd, right? Or I said, why are you avoiding the one thing you need to do today? The one thing. She's putting her Christmas stuff away on Christmas Day instead of doing the fucking closet.
Not only that, the spare room. Not only that, I had gone
spare room.
I had gone out into the garage, dragged all of my crates in that have all my Christmas shit, probably 6 crates. And I was like, I'm going to go through it all and I'm going to downsize. And the whole reason, this is why you knew, because I called you and I said, because she was so sweet and gave me a bunch of shit because she knows I love Christmas, but I can never afford to buy anything. And so she was like, John and I have a bunch of Christmas shit we're going to give you. So they gave me like 4 huge bins. So
a Christmas tree, Christmas
tree,
outside lights,
everything. So anyway, because I had a tiny apartment, so I didn't have a lot of stuff. So anyway, I called her and I go, hey, I go, what are you doing? And she's like, I don't know, probably doing whatever she said she was planning on doing that day.
I'm probably finishing a project. Yeah.
I'm doing what I said I was going to do.
Exactly.
So I go, okay, listen, I'm going through all my Christmas bins.
Yeah.
And I go, if I don't want something, do you want me to donate it?
Yes.
Or do you want
right.
it back?
That's right.
And she goes, why are you going through your fucking Christmas shit?
It's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. Why are you doing that, Lori? You're supposed to be cleaning the office. And I'm like, well,
Well, I wanted to get that done first. No, you must clean that office today. And you still didn't do it.
So I always get I get like offended.
She does.
you
And
know?
that's a real thing. And the people always say, do you guys argue? The only time that we've ever disagreed, and we don't argue, we do not fight back and forth. We never have, never raised our voices, never called each other names, never, ever. Have we walked away when we knew that it was time to walk away?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the only thing that we've ever fought about is your ADHD.
Yeah.
Because when I'll do something that makes sense, she doesn't, her brain doesn't. Lori makes decisions emotionally. Whatever she can do to make the decision emotionally, to get rid of that emotion, she will make the decision for that.
Yes.
And that's part of her ADHD, I think, because John's son also suffers from it, and that's what he does too. And I think there's logical thinkers that choose things logically regardless of how it makes them feel.
Exactly.
Whether it's, I'm going to feel pain or I'm going to feel disappointment, but I have to do this logically regardless of how it makes me feel, and I have to deal with that.
Yes.
You try to avoid feeling a certain way.
Uncomfortable. Anything that makes me uncomfortable. That's why I
Right.
hate confrontation.
Right. You don't like confrontation. You don't like to tell your daughter no. When she wasn't, with school or whatever, you would just deal with whatever was easiest for you emotionally.
Yes.
And John did that too with Ryan.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
But I would rather think logically, look at the bird's eye view and go, I want to deal with the disappointment or the sadness or the regret and make a decision off of that. I will feel that so that I can make a logical. And it's not, I'm smarter than you. It's your brain doesn't work like that.
My brain doesn't work like that. And honestly, the whole time I was growing up, from probably 6 until ever, I was in a constant state of fight or flight because I came from a very dysfunctional background.
Right.
And so I was constantly waiting for the shoe to drop.
Right.
I was constantly on high alert.
Right.
And so I think that's why I do that. I don't want to feel those things anymore. I felt that my whole entire life growing up, but I have a hard time compartmentalizing that now, like as an adult.
Right.
So I don't want to feel that at all.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
But then it becomes our problem.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And that was when we had our last argument thing, is when I had screwed something up, I don't know, with timing or whatever. And I was mad. And then you were mad because
it's like we had just went through it, our schedule.
She says this to me all the time. She'll go, we literally just sat down for 20 minutes and talked about that.
Yeah.
And so bottom line, I have a call into my doctor to get back on my ADHD, my Ritalin, because it's a game changer for me.
I would assume so.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get back in, but then it was like the holidays and she was closed and whatever. So tomorrow I will text Lily and get an appointment. But at any rate.
But I think the one thing that we are learning about each other, because we've been best friends for a very, very long time. We've never spent this much time together, though, even though you were my favorite friend and no one would ever replace you. We're spending more time together because now we're trying to grow and grow and grow and try and, and with that comes schedules, and with that comes deadlines, and with that comes, and that's where you panic and get upset when I try to enforce the schedule, the timeline and so on. And then, but you had said to me, you're hurting my feelings, not meaning to. I'm just frustrated because I'm like, how did she not? We just went over that.
Yeah.
Or I just took the time to write that all out. Or I just took the time to, like I'm taking the time to make it easier for you and it's still not working and I'm getting frustrated. But when you would say, that's hurting my feelings, I'm like, wait, there is a human in there. Mm-hmm. So as much as you can get frustrated, I have to understand there's feelings involved here. And I can't just be like, well, this is easy for me. Like the schedule has to work and this has to work and this has to work and it's easy for me. Well, it's not for her. So,
well, and I even told you this too, when I was crying, I was like, I'm sorry. It must be extremely frustrating to deal with this because I can only imagine, you know what I mean? And so, kind of navigating that with our friendship and,
yeah, but honestly, we get over it like that.
Yeah. And that, I was going to say that was another thing too, because I do hate confrontation. And I was driving home and I could tell we were both upset and I could tell there was a rift. And I thought, I'm going to call her and confront her about it because I didn't want us to be in that place. But another that I think is a tribute to you is that I felt comfortable enough to do that. Yeah. I'm not afraid that you're going to leave me or abandon me or whatever, you know? So I called her and I was like, listen, I'm like, that really made me feel like shit when you said that. And then it kind of opened up the floodgates and then...
and then we said, you know, we should do a podcast on this because I think in every friendship there's an ADHD one, and then there's the one that keeps us off the pole.
Yeah. Well, and you see the TikToks about it, like, with your type A friend.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of times that's because the other one is
ADHD.
Yeah. The other one's ADHD. Yeah. Like, why do we have to plan anything? Yeah. You know, whatever. So,
but I think I'm learning more to be patient with that. And I think you're learning more to be like, no, she's freaking right. Oh, why am I getting mad about that?
Yes.
Like, she's right. Jeez.
Yeah. Like, it's got to be very frustrating.
Yeah. And but the more, and this is what I meant about the comment a few minutes ago when I said, I'm learning more now being with you with mental illness, ADHD being a mental illness. Mm-hmm. You are depressed, but I don't see that part of you at all. I don't, you know, you're the happiest girl in the room always.
Right.
Always.
Right.
When her life is falling apart, this is one of my favorite things about Lori is that you would never know it because she's laughing and she handles it very well. It's everyone else picking up the pieces around her though.
Right.
Without me, without her boyfriend, without Gary, your life would be an absolute shit show.
I know. Yes.
Financially.
Yeah, financially. And that doesn't really have anything to do with
no, ADHD. That's a whole nother.
I don't know.
That's a whole nother episode.
That's being like irresponsible and whatever.
Right. You know, if you suffer from ADHD or you have a friend that is and it affects your life, we are here for you because I don't know. I think we do a great job saying, you know what, you're right. I shouldn't have, because I call her Janice.
Well, and I told her, I'm like, listen, that really hurts my feelings. I was having like a massive breakdown that day.
But I was trying to think of a name that can trigger you out of, oh shit, I'm being Janice.
No, and that's fine. That's fine.
It's like a safe word.
I just think at that point it was like everything. It was too much.
Yeah.
I was completely overwhelmed. You were completely overwhelmed trying to deal with my shit. And I get it because we had spent a good hour and a half on the phone with our producer guy.
Right.
And then I asked her a question and she goes, Lori, Adam literally just went over that for 20 minutes.
Right.
And I had no idea what she was talking about.
Right. And then you would get upset with me.
And then I get upset with you. But, really I'm upset with myself. Mm-hmm. But that's how I am. Like, there are times when I'm in a conversation with someone and I will literally in my head say, I have no fucking idea what they're saying. Yeah. And I'm going, right. That's why I miss a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like you're like, we just talked about it, but I was like out in
we were doing we were doing outlines. And it's funny when we're with our producer, I will write notes, pages and pages of notes. And then I'll say, Lori, where's your notes? And it's all doodles.
It's so true. I'm going to find one of my doodle pages.
I will show you mine.
Put it in here.
And
put them next to each other.
Oh, I think I just threw them out, but I'll look. But I'll show you my notes, and then we'll show you what Lori's notes are.
Look like.
And it's so funny. And
it is. It's all doodles. It's hearts, penises.
Yeah, penises.
Flowers,
seagulls, beach scenes.
Palm trees. Whatever the mood strikes me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever tickles my fancy on that day.
So it's funny, like because sometimes when we are talking with our producer or when we were talking with him, Lori is on FaceTime. We're all on a Zoom. So I don't really see what Lori's doing, although her body's moving like there's notes. You know what I mean? Like, tin, 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 tin. She's writing notes. She is doing notes.
Look at
There's
her.
Erasing going on. Yeah. There's notes. There's
scratching out. Look,
there's the
but that's
paper turning.
That's because I screwed up one of the palm fronds on the palm tree. It's so true. It's so true. Oh my God. Whenever I am on the phone, I have to doodle.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You should see how many doodles there are at work at the end of the day.
Maybe we should look and like post them every now and again.
I'll save
We'll do it
them.
on our Patreon because, you know, those
Oh
are
my
our
God.
people.
I always take a piece because like if we have like paper that we're not going to use for something, we cut it into fours and use it as like scraps.
Right.
And there must be 5. You can tell when I'm on the phone all day because there's like 5 papers with
100%.
smiley faces
Oh,
and
100%.
hearts and
Yeah. It's like, did someone call? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Did someone call me? I see my name there. Oh, I have no idea.
Gary will go, I'll leave Gary a note and say, ask me a question about Janet Smith, whatever. And he'll come up and go, what was going on with Janet Smith? And I'll go, what are you talking about? And he'll go, you left me a note saying about Janet Smith. And I'll go, oh. And then I'm like, shit. I'm like, give me a minute. And then, you know, and then he just kind of rolls his eyes and walks away like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I remember when I first realized that you're ADHD, because we always have so much, like we literally belly laugh all the time. But when we were at work, you would never come back and clean your room.
Yes.
She would work with the patient, spend an hour there, and then go
check them out.
Go check them out.
Yeah.
And then never comes back in the room.
Yeah.
Then I'm cleaning, not only am I assisting, cleaning rooms, doing my patients, cleaning her rooms, because I'll go look and she's cleaning out some stupid thing that, like cleaning out the suction or something. And I'm like, okay, I just did 12 rooms. You don't do that anymore, but you used to. And I used to get really upset. Like, you need to come.
No, and I get it because when other people do it, it pisses me off.
It's like I'm doing my job and your job.
Annoying.
And
and
she would say, it's not like I'm not working. And I was like, she's hearing something different.
Yeah.
So watch how you speak to them, someone with ADHD too, because be very, which I didn't learn until much later, watch how you say things or say, what did you hear me say? Because I would say, Lori, you're not coming back and cleaning your rooms. I'm doing my job and your job. But what she heard was, I'm not working.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you're being lazy. You're not
that's
working.
not what is happening.
Right.
She was working. She never stops working. She never sits around and is lazy ever.
Right.
She's doing the wrong thing.
Yeah. And that's basically how I live my entire life.
And that's when it all began.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, how do I, because it's so challenging, but you're so likable that it makes it okay. If you were an asshole, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's people with ADHD and they're just mean.
Yeah.
Those you can't.
Well, there's times I think when like someone will come in the room and go, "Hey, Lori," and I'll go, "What?"
Yeah.
You know,
you do
and
that.
I know I do that and I don't mean it, obviously.
Yeah.
And so tell me when I do that because I don't like doing that.
Yeah. I know your daughter calls you out on that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but maybe there's something going on in your mind and you disrupt it. Maybe you were getting somewhere and then we disrupted it at the moment or whatever.
That's an interesting way to put it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But we wanted to definitely do one on ADHD and how to manage each other, how to be patient with each other. And, but I think we've come a long way because we're really trying. I don't think people realize that watch our podcast and do our Patreon and our videos and how much time you and I put into this.
Yeah. And how much time we're together.
And how little we get back.
Yeah.
Financially, get nothing back.
Yeah, no.
You know, everyone's like, you guys are pushing this and push that. We do not.
Yeah.
Could not survive. Everything you see here was given to us that we owe someone back for it. You know, we just are not we're just not. So if we're going to hustle a little bit, we're going to hustle a little bit because we want to take this on the road.
Yeah. Like we want to do this
full time. We want to meet our fans. We want to go do a podcast tour. We want to do all that. That's why we started a $5 Patreon because that $5 adds up and plus we're entertaining people and that's what we want. And that's what we do. That's what we love the most.
That's what we love doing is making people laugh and talking to people.
Because, you know, life is real and shit is real. And if you can laugh about things and take yourself away from all of that, that's why we're here. That's why we started the page. That's why our page does so well.
Exactly.
Is because we're not talking about politics and war and death and, you know, but like today we're talking about real stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I was also going to say like social media and your phone and everything. I feel like that is the kiss of death for someone with ADHD, because I can get lost down a rabbit hole doing that, which I think everybody can.
I was just going to say, me too, though.
Yeah, I think everybody, like Joe Rogan said, I was listening to an interview I was telling her with Billy Bob Thornton, who I adore. And he said, he was talking about why he loves podcasting so much.
Right.
And he said, I love podcasting because for 6 hours, I'm not distracted by anything but the interview. You know what I mean?
What's he mean by 6 hours?
Well, he records a lot for, like, he'll have 2 guests in a day probably. So it's 3 hours
Oh,
each.
that's awesome. Yeah.
So he's in there for like 6 hours and he's like, I'm not checking my phone. I'm not doing this.
Right.
And it was so interesting because then Billy Bob Thornton said, it's so interesting because if someone's interviewing him, he said he likes the podcast doing that too because the podcaster is paying attention to him the whole time, because he said in other interviews he'll be answering a question and the person will go on and click answer an email or answer a text.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then go back and go right, and he said it's so rude, that they're doing that when you're explaining something.
But they don't want to miss something.
Right.
Okay.
But that's why Joe Rogan was saying he loves the podcasting because, which is probably why I'm so comfortable sitting here too, because there's no distractions. It's,
And, Lori and I also do not write notes on our
podcast.
And I'm going to sneeze. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were mad at me. I was like, what? Because she goes, Lori and I also don't. She made that like pre-sneeze face. And I was like, what? Do you want me to write notes? I can write notes. I'm a good artist. I can draw faces.
Yes.
Cheese.
Do you want me to draw notes or no? Yeah. I can draw you some notes. Oh my God! Every morning we do a morning meeting at work, and Gary goes over each patient and what we need for each patient. Typically, one of us is writing down what he wants. We'll get Lori. We should actually. We'll put it in. We'll make a new collection, but it'll be in Lori's. It's all doodles.
Yeah.
And then he'll go, did you guys pull up the CBCT scan? And we're like,
what?
On which patient?
And then we'll go, Gary, we really need to start having a morning meeting so we can write these things down.
That's another thing too. When we're all having a meeting,
we're all having 400 different conversations.
And no one's really listening to Gary.
And poor Gary is going over the schedule the whole time. And me and Monica are having a conversation. Her and whoever are having a conversation. No one's fucking listening.
No.
And he just goes along with it.
God bless him,
Oh my God. He must get so annoyed. And then I'll go up to him and I'll go, hey, for this next one, blah, blah, blah. And he'll go, well, that's why I went over it in the meeting this morning.
Yeah.
And I'll go, Gary, that's not what the morning meeting's for.
It's like, what'd you do this weekend? Who were you wearing? What purse did you get? All kinds of things. Yes. Poor Gary.
Where'd you go?
Oh,
her poor boss.
It's so funny because Lori now shows up to work on time.
Well, because I drive with you all the time.
We drive together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll lose my shit if we're 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
Like, because I got to drop off my doggy at daycare and it's a thing.
Same with Abby. Abby is always like 20 minutes early.
100%.
She's like her dad in that way.
Oh, she's so great.
But I was like that too. Like the whole time she was growing up, like if she had a doctor's appointment, I was 15, 20 minutes early every time.
You never called off though. When your dad was sick, you did a lot, but that was totally understandable. He was dying literally.
Yeah.
But you never call off, and I don't either.
No.
I don't know where this is going to get me in life, but I never missed a day of school from freshman year to senior year. My sister either.
Congratulations.
Except when I burnt my face. I told you about that.
Yeah, with the light.
We'll do that another day.
Yeah.
But I don't know where that gets me other than I don't call off. Even when I'm sick, I'm the asshole that's like...
Yeah. I will... When I was younger, I never called out sick. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm older and I literally just can't, but there's like that when I had COVID, there is no fucking way I could
you were really sick.
I was so sick. And now, everyone at work, like Crystal's been sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Monica was sick for 2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
everybody's sick and they're like, oh my God, it's like never ending. And I'm like, if I catch that shit, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah, I know. Because she gets super sick. Like you can't
I
even.
do not. I hate being sick, first of all. And then to be sick for that long, like,
Yeah.
all right, I can handle like the sniffles and shit like a cold. I don't care.
Here goes our ADHD. We're talking about sickness. I led you down that path. I led you there. I apologize.
It's okay.
Anyway, let's leave them with a final thought.
Okay.
What would you like people to know about ADHD that doesn't have it?
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
And, the people aren't doing anything on purpose. And while it is funny, and we were talking about doing some ADHD when your
definitely.
best friend is an ADHD or,
Yeah.
content. But, for us, it's not fun either.
Right.
It's not fun to feel so out of control with everything. Like you don't know where anything is. Like I never know where anything is. Now, somebody said, with someone with ADHD, the room will be a fucking disaster, but they'll still know where things are.
Yeah.
And sometimes I am like that.
Yeah.
I'll know exactly where something is in a shit show of a mess.
Right.
Like the other night, for instance, Eric's son bought him an old fashioned smoker.
Yeah,
maker
which I heard there. Yeah.
for his old fashions, which and apparently I make very good old fashions.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, but the flame thing that you burn the wood chips needed the propane or whatever that stuff is. And I was like, oh, I have a flame from when I used to, with my baking,
cookies, right.
you know what I mean? Like a creme brulee torch. And I go, let me go get it. And Eric was like, well, where is it? And I go, it's in the office. And he goes, oh God. He's like, you're never going to find it. Cause literally it's still all moving boxes, all.
Oh, I know.
It's like a dumping ground. Like that's where we put everything.
I say we put a picture.
I went, well, it looks nice now because
Okay.
I actually have been
Damn
working
it.
on it. But I went in, I probably have a picture of it though somewhere.
Okay, good.
But I went into the room. I knew exactly where that flame torch
okay.
thing was.
All right.
And I came out and go, see, I'm like, I told you I had one. And Eric was like, I can't believe you just found that.
Wow, that's
It was
great.
in a box, under another box. And I knew exactly where it was.
Okay. All right.
But most of the time I don't know where shit is. Like I can't find a certain top. I can't find a bra I need.
But again, to the question, what would you like people to know that don't have it?
What question? No, it is very difficult. I cannot wait to get back on my ADHD
Yeah, me
medication
too.
because I actually had some left that, and I took it after we had that big meltdown fight and I started
I
taking
wouldn't call it a fight. I think you keep calling it a fight. I think it was 5 minutes.
Yeah,
of
no, it's not
discussing.
like we don't like fight and yell at each other.
No, I think
not
it was.
like that.
I think it was maybe an hour of discussions. but-
Yeah. We weren't screaming or anything.
No.
But after we had that, I took the next day I took an ADHD medication. I was like, holy shit.
Does it really work?
Yes.
Okay. All
I
right.
couldn't believe the
Listen.
shit I got done.
Then Janice, freaking take it.
But it's very, anyway, getting back to what she said, it is very frustrating to have it as well because I know what I'm doing. Like yesterday when I opened up the drawer and I was like, oh my God, these drawers drive me crazy. And I was like, yeah, but I was going to put Christmas decorations away. But it's like, I have to do those drawers right then.
Yeah.
So it's very,
There is organizers, and we could get it on Amazon, and you mark things off.
it won't help me.
Why?
Because I've tried to do that before. I've tried making lists and you're going to stick to the list. And
Okay.
The one thing that helped me one time that you said was,
Don't leave the room. Put a box in the room.
yeah, put a box in the room, put a bedroom box, a kitchen box, a whatever box. And that helped me the other day when I got as
good.
far as I did.
Yeah. So my suggestion to Lori was get a box, and it doesn't have to be big, just like one that you have your feet on right now. It's like this big, right? Put bathroom, kitchen, bedroom.
Yeah.
These are really big things, right? And it doesn't have to be a big box. Don't leave that room. Whatever needs to go in those rooms, put it in those boxes.
No, because
Then-
that's what happens. Is then I go to take something in the
Right.
bedroom, and then I'm like, oh,
Right.
I should
And
clean out my
I do it
side.
too, but
I
not
should
like-
clean out my side drawer on my
Right.
bedroom.
Right.
I mean, it goes
Yeah.
on and on. I can't even tell you. And then I start that drawer, and then I go to put something away
Right.
in that drawer over in this
Right.
drawer, and then I'm like, oh God, well this fucking drawer is a mess too.
Yeah, it's like
you know,
just-
so it's not fun.
No.
is what I'm saying.
No.
It's like a constant. You know,
Okay. So I will answer the same question. What do I want ADHD people to know that
you're friends
with, like how it feels for us? It feels overwhelming because we're dealing with our life and your life. And I think that's something that ADHD people don't understand. Lori's very aware, always aware. That's a personality trait, I feel like. You're always aware. You're very self-aware.
Oh.
So, meaning that you're always like, yep, you're right?
Yeah.
She always admits it. She's always very self-aware, which is great. But, when ADHD people, when we get frustrated, you have to know is that we're all dealing with all the stuff that we have and now yours.
Right.
Whether it's helping your cats find whatever, oh, no, I gotta solve it. I gotta solve it. Because you left it till the very end and I have no other choice but to solve your problem.
Interesting. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's
like when
a lot.
The cat thing,
Yeah.
It's like you literally moved out. They're in there. I have to now help you because there's literally no one that will help you.
Yeah.
No one. Now it's my problem.
Right.
And I want to solve it. Mm-hmm. So I solve that.
Right.
If it's financial, I have to solve it because you can't.
Right.
I have to solve, your car. Your boyfriend has to that is now his problem.
Yes.
Because it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Well, that whole thing is a financially
but
irresponsible thing. That's like two totally
right. Well, I'm trying to think of other things, I guess.
But it might be all entwined as to why I'm so financially.
Yeah, well, but with ADHD, your procrastinating problem because our urgent solution, we now have to solve that.
Interesting. I see that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I mean, it's not okay because then it builds up for me. And then I'm like, listen, I solved this, and this because you didn't do this, and this.
Yes.
And now I'm solving all the problems and we're like, it's okay. She's having a great time and laughing about everything. And I'm boiling now because now I've solved all these.
And like you just said a little while ago, you're like, Lori's life could be falling apart and she's still laughing. That's because I have you to take care of.
It's true. Because me and Eric exist. Right?
What do I have to worry about? It's fine.
These two will solve.
You guys relax. You guys will figure it out.
So true.
I don't know why you guys are getting upset. You guys always fix it.
You guys always fix it. You are going to fix my problem. What is the problem? It's so true. I think that's why Eric and I always defend one another.
Yeah, because we know,
like, he's like, hey, well, Susie just, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if she gets mad at Eric, I'm always like, but Eric's right.
Yeah, she's always on Eric's side.
Always.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, it's true. Like, when you get frustrated, look at the big picture, which is hard for ADHD people to do. It's like, listen, we're solving your problems and ours. And that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. And, but there's no one I love more than Lori. Like, really, she's my spirit animal. And then I'll give you time to.
Yeah. So anyway. No, I know. I've never had a more real friendship, honestly.
Yeah.
Like raw.
Yeah.
Where I'm not afraid if I'm going to make you mad that you're not going to talk to me for 6 months.
Right. Yeah. Then that's no one, real friends don't abandon each other.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But anyways, that's our story on ADHD.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much. I mean, we could literally do more on this, and maybe we will.
Yeah.
Because maybe we could even, this particular episode is about ADHD. Maybe we could get into depression more and how meds help you, and maybe what, because I think it's so important. And you and I are both, and I think that's why we like watching documentaries, because we always love to watch things from the beginning and to end and have them, close the chapter.
Yeah.
And, but we're so into mental health, depression. We love murder stuff because we just can't believe that a human can do that to another human.
I'm very fascinated with the brain as
Me
a
too.
whole. I
Me
mean,
too.
how the brain functions.
I agree.
How, whatever.
Why is some, people narcissist? That fascinates me too.
The narcissism is a big thing for me too.
It's a really big thing. I had someone in my life. He's no longer in my life on a daily basis, but he was the biggest narcissist I've ever met in my life, and I learned to manipulate the situation to get out of the situation, and also manipulate to make him see the mirror that he was. Yeah, and but narcissists do not change.
No.
They will not change.
It's impossible for them to change.
No.
Just like I was watching another, what is that show I was just watching? It's so good. It's murdered by someone you don't know or something. Whatever. Okay. I don't know. I'll get the name of it. But it's so good. But they have psychologists talking and psychiatrists, and they said that like narcissistic people will never change. You can't cure. When you're a what is it called? When you're a psychotic, when you're psychotic, or when you, like, what is that called? Not a psycho,
a sociopath?
Sociopath. Yeah, okay. Like you can't, she said there's no healing that. Okay. Like you can't fix that.
Right.
So, cause I was watching it about that lady's son who killed her daughter.
Right.
Remember?
Yes.
Which was such a great, oh my God, it's such a sad story, but it's such a great documentary. Right. And it's called The Family We Had. Okay. It's so good.
I remember hearing about
Oh my God, it's so good.
But yeah, like narcissism, if you have we have a friend that has narcissism in her marriage. And we, excuse me, we always think, when is enough? Mm-hmm. When is she finally going to, and it's easy for us to say, why don't you just leave him? Because we hear about it daily. Yeah. And, why don't you just leave him? And it's a web. It's quite a really deep web. And I wouldn't know it if I wasn't in it and knew that that's what that was like. But you'll know when you have enough. You'll know. Yeah. Like eventually you'll have enough. She'll eventually.
I mean, my God, it's been 6-7 times she's gone to see attorneys, and it's just, it's so sad. And it's like she deserves so much more.
Oh,
but she's just
so great.
See it.
She's so great. Yeah. And can do financially fine without him, because a lot of them just stay because financials. But, but I'm fascinated by all of those things. Yes. All of those things. But
yeah, it's interesting.
But thank you with talking about your ADHD.
Well, thank you for dealing with me. You know what I mean?
You're worth it.
Thanks. And you're the bestest ever. You know what? That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it, because then you mock me. You're a mocker.
We're going to do a whole series on ADHD, because I think it would be funny, because it
and you have to laugh at shit, otherwise you'll cry about it, honestly. I mean,
you guys, thank you so much for listening to our podcast again. Thank you for liking and subscribing and just following us through our journey. There's huge things coming up for us, life-changing things that are coming up for us.
I'm so sorry. My stomach's off today. I apologize.
Okay.
Anywho. Yeah, big things.
Big things are coming up, and fingers crossed they all work out. And we'll see you guys next time on our podcast.
I am so sorry.
Okay. Bye, guys.
I got the Adhd today. Look at how big my sausage fingers are.
Goodbye.
Put your hand up, and then put my hand up. What is happening?
What do you mean?
Do it this way. Look at how much bigger my hand is than yours.
Well, my ring is like a 3 3/4. My Tiffany.
Oh, you're Tiffany. I was going to get a Tiffany, but they don't make them in my leg size.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
We should call it See You Next Tuesday.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
We'll do a segment called See You Next Tuesday, and we'll just bitch about things.
Yes.
I love it. A new segment is born. A new collection is born.
Love it.